MG Rob back with you, and today it's part... Oh crap, I'm out of fingers. I'm not taking my shoes off to use my toes. You don't want to see them anyway. 11! Part 11 of Project Ginsu before YouTube. Let's get going. Alright, so in the last video, I just finished filling in where the spare tire well used to be on the BMW. I was getting ready to install this whole thing into the car. So I got the thing into the car, position where it needed to be, and then I started working on filling in this area here. And then that's when I decided it was time to figure out how to make all the frame parts come together, because the BMW actually had come out and kept coming out and was wider here, and I wanted this extra room here for the wheels to be able to get some more inset on it to get wider tires on it. So that meant I had to get a little creative with how all this was going to go together. So I wanted this to be in the same place as the original MG wheel well, and I wanted to reinstall that part of the wheel well after cutting it out. So then I chopped up all of the BMW stuff till I got room to fit the MG stuff back in place. Then I got inside the rail in here and I put in some reinforcement plates inside there to help strengthen the whole area. Then I welded all the inner fender well back in and this portion of the BMW. Try to keep it looking as factory plausible as I could. And then of course, I come over to this side and did the same thing over here. Then I come back over to the left side and I worked on recreating a frame rail to connect the back section to the front section. And then it was time to tackle this side. Now this side was a bit different story because the whole wheel well in the BMW was shaped differently because the gas filler neck came through right here. So this was much bigger bulge here and was completely shaped differently. So I had to cut a lot more of that out and fabricate more of that. And it was at that point that I just had to actually install the rear end, put the tires on it, and see what it looked like. And then I temporarily reinstalled the quarter panels to get a better look at just how much the tire was sticking out the side of the car and what it looked like that way. Now those wheels were obviously just the BMW wheels that came on the car I cut up. That's not what will be used on the car for the finished product. I'll only use those as rollers and to gauge fitment until I can find what I really want to put on the car. Because those were only a 7-inch wide wheel and I want to go with between a 9 and 10-inch wide wheel. So then I come in here and rebuilt these sections, which is where the trailing arms bolt into. These pockets are factory on the BMW, and this was actually part of the structure of the BMW. So I did some reinforcements on the inside, gusseting it to the car, and then put these back on and filled in this area here where there was a gap here. So that's a pretty quick synopsis of what it took to actually put the BMW structure into the back of the MG. Now on video here it seemed to go really quickly, but in reality that took a while. But that's all the pictures that I actually took during the process, so I didn't really show you a whole bunch more. Now I know lately I haven't been putting a lot of videos out. I've only been getting one a week out. But there's been a lot of demands on my time lately with this house hunting and starting to get ready to move. I don't have quite as much time for the channel as I'd like to have. Now, I didn't think you guys would actually want to see me doing stuff like just looking at houses or sorting through all my parts and figuring out what to keep and what to throw away and packing them up. Or like the other day, I spent a lot of time plowing the driveway and I ran out of propane in my shop here because when I painted the MGA parts, it was really cold out and I ended up using way too much propane, and my propane company was running a little behind on their deliveries and I didn't quite make it to the next delivery. So I had to put heaters all around and try to keep everything, my shop supplies, from freezing up. Now, if you guys think that stuff's interesting to see, let me know. I mean, I'd include some types of things like that if you want to see that. But I just figure you wouldn't want to. Well, the good news is I'm actually in contract on a house now, so I won't be spending so much time moving forward looking at houses. So hopefully that'll free me up a little more time out here in the shop actually getting stuff done. But part of that time is going to have to be spent packing, cleaning, sorting, and condensing my parts down so that I can move to the new place. So the progress on Project Ginsu lately has been a bit slow. I really wanted to see a lot more done to it and got a lot further by now this year, but along with the house stuff, I've also at a stage where my brother is going to be working with me through the suspension design and roll cage design, because that's where I'm a little bit lacking myself and he has more knowledge, so we're working together on that. And it's been a bit difficult to coordinate with him to actually get the time for both of us to be able to be here and work on it and figure it out. So it's been a little slow. Hopefully it'll get better. But I do have the roll cage parts, the first part of the roll cage, I should be picking up later this week. So I can finally start moving forward on that. And as always, if you like what I'm doing, like, subscribe, share with your friends. You know, comment below. Let me know. Let me know what you like, what you don't like, if you have any suggestions, whatever. You know, I try to read all the comments. I don't always respond to all of them, but I do read them. MG Rob, later.